Hello everybody and welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I hope all of you are doing very well. This is a video I'm doing for my series. It's called Serial Killer Saturdays. So I have decided that I will do this reading for this very controversial situation that's going on at the moment. Let me read a little bit of that the background in terms of what I found on the internet with regards to what's going on with this fellow. Oh my god, it's scary as heck, y'all. It is so super scary. Let me just read it, okay? So this is about this fellow called Luis Garavito. I need my glasses. I'm trying to put on an accent, which I so his name is Luis Alfredo Garavito Cubillos, C-U-B-I-L-L-O-S, Cubillos, I don't know how you say it. He was born on January 25th, 1957. And this guy, this nutsack, I mean, this horrible, evil, horrible person, he was, let me see. So he was basically caught because, when was he caught? I'm trying to see. I had all that information and just ran off somewhere. I don't know, got legs and ran off. I don't know where. On October 4th, 1992, well, that's not the timeline. Hang on, y'all. Give me 1 second. So, give me 1 second. I'm trying to find out when was he caught. Garavito was arrested on 22nd April because these things will come in handy, right? So, 22nd April 1999, he was arrested, right? Because they are saying that he might have killed close to 300 people. Okay, can you imagine? I mean... So, 142 of those people he killed, he has been convicted of, and he was given a sentence of 1,853 years and 9 days of imprisonment, plus another 835 years imprisonment, and another 22 years of imprisonment. So this guy is like, really, he is a full-on, full-fledged, without a doubt, hands down, slam dunk, in your face monster. That's what he is. There is no other way. This guy is just ridiculous. And he has killed people in 3 countries, Colombia, Ecuador, and Venezuela. I'm like, how the hell? Like, I'm trying to figure out when was he arrested. So in October 1999, he admitted to committing the rape, torture, mutilation, and murder of 147 minors, predominantly young boys and teenagers. Okay, beginning a series of torture rapes on minors aged 6 to 16 in the autumn of 1980. Garavito was estimated to have raped and tortured a minimum of 200 minors before committing the rape, torture, mutilation, murder of an additional 189 minors in Colombia from 4th October 1992 to 21st April 1999. So close to 400 kids, like 200 plus 189. And a further 4 murders in Ecuador dating back to 1988. My God, does it ever end? He was apprehended on April 22nd, 1999 for the attempted rape of 12-year-old John Ivan Sabogal. Garavito was held under suspicion for several months until confessions on October 28, 1999. So this guy is a jack-off, but here's the thing. This is the part that really gets me. So there are some victims that survived. Hats off to them. I am not going to mention their names on this channel, not for any other reason, but just to protect their identity and out of respect for them. And I hope to God they have the strength and the energy to carry on living lives and I pray that they are, you know, physically okay, but I don't know, I don't even know what damage physically and mentally and emotionally they've had, right? So 4 of them, you know, a 16-year-old youth, a 10-year-old youth, how old is this kid? I can't say. Unidentified youth. And the other one was a 9-year-old victim. Oh my God, this monster. So, so the thing with him is, because he showed the police, you know, where a lot of the graves were and all that stuff, they reduced his sentence of 1,800 and so his original sentence was 1,853 years and 9 days plus 835 plus 22. So basically 2,100 years of prison term. They reduced it and finally gave him a 20-year sentence because he showed a whole bunch of graves. And so here's the thing, you guys ready for this? This is going to blow your mind. This is going to totally like blow your mind. So he is going to be released. He's up for release in 2023, which is next year. He is going to be released. This guy. Okay, so now think about it. So he was born in 57, right? So 57. So he's about 65 years, something now. And I'm sure he's still in good health and able-bodied. They're going to release him next year. Can you imagine? I can't wrap my head around the fact that they're going to release this monster next year. He has killed people in 3 countries: Colombia, Venezuela, and Ecuador. Like, how, you guys, how do we, like, he's going to be released next year. They reduced his sentence to 20 years just because he showed them where the graves were. 20 years. And he's going to be reduced next year. I can't. This is like, Okay, he was born Jan 25th, 1957. I'm going to do his whole thing. So we'll do all of his whole name. Luis Alfredo Garavito Cubillos. So let me, Luis. This really blew my mind, y'all. I mean, how in God's name do they figure that they can let him go? This guy, he is like way on top of the charts over there, this fool. As one of the serial killers of that modern man knows. So his proven victims, oh my God. So he's killed more than 300 people. More than 300 people. Oh my God. I can't, y'all. This is like crazy. So let's do the math on this fool. 3 plus 7. Okay. Give me 1 second, okay? 3. Toss 6. I can't. Is his name Garavito or Garavitos? Garavito, not sauce. Okay. Cubillos. Okay. So okay, just blows my mind how these people. Okay, give me 1 second while I do the math, okay? 10, where are you? G7, okay. 10, 17, 18, 22, 24, 30, 39. Okay. 10, correct. 16, 19, 22. 11. So where do we have over here? So we have 11, and then we have 2, 7, 9, 10, 19. If I get 4. I'm sorry, y'all. Hang on. Sorry, I'm taking some time here, but my goodness. So 1, 7, 3, yeah, 3 and 11. Oh my goodness. So let's get on with this. My God, what a horrible, horrible person, y'all. Can you imagine? I mean, this man, just looking at his face, I'm like, it's freaking me out because he's just such a monster. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want the sound to come up here. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to exit this place so I can... Oh, there we go. I know for... Oh, there's a little black cat. Come here, catty. Oh, it's funny, that black cat. He's about here. You know, it's funny. I see... it's the weirdest thing. I see hawks. I see birds. I see cats a lot when I'm doing like odd times when I'm doing these readings. Yeah, they decide to pop up and... I don't know. That's a black cat right there that went by my window. All right, so are we ready for it? Okay. Oh my God. So let me do my process. Yeah, the intro is a bit long in this, so don't worry about that. I will do, you know, the timestamp and then so you guys can skip over, right? Let me get my... Where are you, sweet thing? Yeah. So let us do that, put that away. This guy is a monster, y'all. He's a full-on monster. There is no doubting that. Let me turn this little thing here this way so you can see the cards there. That's much better. So we're going to start off at 14. Okay, so I got 11 and 13. So 11 and 3. So he was born on January 25th. That makes him January 25th makes him an Aquarius, right? So for an Aquarius, third and 11th house, Aquarius, 1, 2, third house is Aries, and 11th house is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, Sagittarius. So third house, Aries, talks about immediate environment and short trips, and 11th house, which is Sagittarius, talks about like-minded people, groups and friends. So it's very odd that I would get these two houses for him, or you know, such, but we'll figure out. We'll see what's going on. Okay, I mean, this guy is a complete like, y'all, I hope he doesn't get out. I hope they don't let him out. Can you imagine? He's killed over 300 people and his chances of getting out next year. And he's going to be 67, 68 or something. He was born in 57. So So 60. Yeah, he's going to be about 66 years when he gets out. I mean, so we have Sagittarius. What are the odds? So his 11th house is very active. I'm going to try and scoot this over there. So let me see there. Hopefully you guys can see. Right? Let's get all that out. It's surprising that black cat is still hanging around right here. I don't know. Maybe he's here to tell me something. Show me something. Then we have Pluto, right? Then we have Virgo, Pisces, and Uranus. Okay. So Sagittarius, as we know, is his 11th house because he is an Aquarius, right? And for him, the 11th house talks about like-minded people, groups, and friends. Now remember, Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter. It's all about expansion. Then we have Pluto. Pluto rules Scorpio. Pluto is about regeneration. So let's take a look. Scorpio will be his 10th house, and 10th house talks about morals, life goals, etc. Then Virgo, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Virgo is the 8th house. It talks about occult, death, sexual energy, deviant sexual energy, his will, his secrets, his finances, etc. Then Pisces. So Pisces is the 2nd house, and 2nd house talks about values, talents, possessions, money, ability to earn income. Then we have Uranus. Uranus rules Aquarius, and Aquarius is his 12th house, and 12th house talks about karma, hidden supports, institutions, etc. Now, one thing I'll tell you about this guy, he definitely murdered and raped and whatever he did, because for him that was, see, Pluto, when you talk about Pluto regeneration, it made him feel like he was regenerating himself. So in his mind, as twisted as he is, he felt by doing all these activities, it was actually making him better as a person. Okay, and then we go to Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. He's very quick, very smart, very quick to manipulate, very quick to capture, change, influence, very quick. This guy is like, he is really like very quick to influence people, to capture them, to be able to, like, things happen so quickly that they don't have a chance to think about anything else. Now Pisces is again ruled by Jupiter. Remember, we have Pisces and Sagittarius here, right? See that Pisces, and both of them are ruled by Jupiter, which is expansion. Now, I will tell you, with Uranus here, it talks about, Uranus rules Aquarius, and he is an Aquarius, right? It talks about sudden changes and shocks. But I'll tell you something with this guy. I believe he is going to, if he gets out, okay? If he gets out by some weird, crazy act of insanity on the part of the court and judicial system, he gets out, he's going to be knocked off. He's going to be wiped off. And you know what? He had it coming. You know why? 300 plus people. So it's like, how in God's world do you think that the public is going to be accepting of the fact that this tool, for considering all the stress he's caused, you know, lives he's ruined, people he has killed, innocent kids as young as 6 years old. raped and murdered and molested, that he thinks that, you know, the court may have forgiven him and said, okay, fine, you showed us their grave, so you know what, we let you go. But other people, I mean the public, they're like, no, you're not going to get away with this. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, all my allergies again, I kicked up. You're not going to get away with this. One way or the other, we are going to. The court didn't do justice, but we are. He. One way or the other, they'll get him. I'm surprised that he has survived in jail. I'm really, really surprised that how in God's will did he survive his sentence in jail. This guy is something else. He's on another level down, another level of evil. So this is 13, which is the death card, okay? The Magician, I'm not surprised, you know. Justice is going to be served. The public are going to do justice to him. Oh, we have 2. 5, the Hierophant. And 2, the High Priestess. I will tell you this, with the Hierophant coming right under Pisces, and Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and Neptune, and there's confusion, illusion, and dreams, right? And then here we have 5, which is the Hierophant, which is Taurus, and it talks about compassion, right, and mercy. It's a weird thing. So 13, hang on, let's go back. I think I got ahead of myself. 13 is death, change and rebirth. Then we have the Magician, right, which talks about, you know, deeply masculine, having the ability to create magic and do whatever you wish to do. The baton is in your hand. Then we have Justice, and the Justice card does talk about decisions and courts. Then we have 5, the Hierophant, mercy and compassion, which they did show him mercy and compassion and reduced his sentence from 2,000 plus years to 20 years, like 10%, right? Because he showed them where the graves were. And then you have 2, the High Priestess ruled by the moon. There's something that remains hidden. Now, I will tell you this though. People are going to really fight very, very, very hard to keep him in prison. He's going to be released next year. They're going to fight really, really hard to keep him in prison. There is a very, very slim chance, 8% chance, that he will be held back in prison. That they'll say, no, you can't get out because of the pressure of public. But there's a very high chance he's going to get out. And if he gets out, I'm going to say around the Sagittarius season next year, he might be offed. I'm going to say that, okay? So, now, let me do that, right? Because I have to have things just so. Must be the Virgo in me kicking up or whatever, I don't know. I have to look at my chart. Sometimes I forget. Y'all, the other day my son was asking me, Mom, do you do a chart for yourself? I said, son, it's been such a long time, because he was asking me for some guidance. And he said, how come you won't do it? I said, I just don't have the time to do it. And here I'm busy doing charts for other people and all that. I just don't have the time. So it's very... I have to look at my chart again and see Virgo, where Virgo is at the moment, because I've been feeling very, very particular in a lot of things. I want to be very particular, specific, right? In the reverse, the child was meant to be in the reverse. Yes, absolutely. Let me, how shall I put it? Okay, let's put it there. No regrets. No regrets. He very well is aware of the fact that this is not how his parents for sure envisioned his life to be. Reverse again, am I holding? Yeah, I'm holding everything in the reverse. Okay. So queen of my world. Okay, let me turn it upside down because I'm holding the whole deck in the reverse. And oh no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'll take it in the reverse because yeah, there are some upright and some in the reverse. So no. So we have queen of my world was also in the reverse, right? I will set that down here. God, this is really annoying me. This also in the reverse. And this is alone in the world. He is not alone in the world by any way, shape or form, y'all. He is not alone in the world by any way, shape or form. I think he still has some family members who are there around him. He does not feel so much in control of his life anymore. He is definitely afraid for his own safety because he knows that the harm that he has caused to so many people, that he is most certainly going to be offed. He is very cognizant of that, and he is truly afraid for his life. And let me tell you, he is not going to die a happy death. If the public get to lay their hands on him, they're going to butcher him. They are going to, and he brought it on himself. He brought it on himself. So I don't blame the public. Now, do I condone that? Like, who? I don't know. You guys tell me. What's all this fluff on me? You know, I don't condone anybody killing anybody, but on the other hand, it's like this guy, he's such a horrible person. It's like, do I really give a flip about him? I don't. I seriously don't. You know, it's like, dude, you're a monster. Any which way you look at it, you are a monster. So, you know, get away from me. There's another deck I want to use over here. Let me... Where is my... It's going to be very interesting. Let me get this deck out. Oh, come on, baby. Let me get this. 2 sheets of paper out of this. Because that's that. Is it on? Yeah. So he's got new beginnings, physical and moral imperfections. Now, absolutely, when we talk about the physical, I'm not going to show you these cards because it's too complicated and people will flip out. And he's got new beginnings, physical and moral imperfections. And please don't ask me what this deck is. It's a very complicated deck and people will not understand. So, new beginnings, yes. Physical and moral imperfections. Well, I'm going to say this though. Because this guy is such a prolific killer, and the fact that he is going to be getting out now, it's a bit of a situation because I don't want to see. I'm not hiding these cards because I don't want you all to know what these cards are, y'all. These cards are very complicated and people do get their knickers in a twist. Well, that's their problem, not mine. I'm just going to use these cards the way I normally would. New beginnings, physical and moral imperfection. He understands that he has not completely been rewired. He knows that, and he's very well aware of the fact that the way his mind works, he's going to go back to doing what he does, and he's got a new opportunity. If he gets released, he knows he's going to go back to his old ways. He absolutely knows that. Self-atonement, and then we have atonement of errors. The self-atonement and atonement of errors, either he's going to do one of two things. If he does get out before the public get to lay their hands on him, he is definitely going to do his very best to find a place, a way to either go and live in quiet somewhere, in hiding, so that the public won't get him, the public won't have a chance to get to him. And if he's lucky enough to do that, he's going to be able to sit and contemplate over there. But that's only going to be a brief period of time. I guarantee just for a couple of months he'll lay low, and then he'll be back and up and about with his usual tricks. So there is no love and wisdom. This fool, who is this fool? Treason and revolt. So he thinks that people will have some sort of a what's the word? Feel sorry for him and say, okay, he served his time, he showed us where the graves were, he showed us where the bodies were buried. So for that, at least we have to give him credit. Let's give him credit for that and let him go on his way. But there is going to be a revolt. The public are going to go nuts. They are going to do everything they possibly can with given their resources to ensure this guy stays behind bars. There's going to be a revolt. Absolutely there is, because this guy is a horrible person. How in God's world do you get away with this kind of stuff? It's like ridiculous. He's got 4 of Cups. Okay. And he's got the Ace of Swords, okay. Then he's got the Knight of Pentacles, and I'll tell you what did I show you? Knight of Pentacles. And then he's got the 8 of Pentacles. Y'all, I am afraid, y'all. This guy, I am afraid. I am afraid for the people over there. They better keep all their children safe. I'm telling you, with the 4 of Cups, he feels like he feels like he has not been satisfied. All those years of killing all those people, it hasn't satiated his craving and his need for that kind of energy. So he feels that he wants to go out and he wants to be able to do that and fulfill that, because his wishes were not fulfilled, his needs were not fulfilled. And the fact that he was in prison all these years, didn't get a chance to do all this. So it's like all these years of being in prison, I need to make up for that. 20 years, I need to make up for that. So the Ace of Swords tells us that there is going to be new conflict. He's going to go back to his ways. He's very clear, his mind, he's very clear in his mind. And he's going to go back to his craft, because 8 of Pentacles tells us that it's enjoying your craft. He's going to go back to his craft. And what was his craft? Basically kidnapping, killing, murdering, raping, dismembering all these kids. And with the Moon card showing, I'm not the Moon card, the Knave of Pentacles, right? So the Knave of Pentacles is the Page of Pentacles. I feel like he's going to start off anew, y'all. I feel he's going to have like he's going to patiently set about being able to do it. Maybe for a couple of months when he's in hiding or whatever, he will be quiet and he will lay low, but then he'll come back full force with new ideas, with new terrain. Even he might go relocate somewhere else and do the same stuff there. Y'all, this guy, oh, I can't. This guy is something else. He is something else. So we have the Queen of Swords. Now, as far as the Queen of Swords is concerned, yes, the law may put a leash on him and say that, you have to report, you have the ankle bracelet, you have this, you have that. The law will do it for a short period of time. He will be put on a short leash for a short period of time. But no, he's going to go on, because with the Five of Pentacles, it tells me that he will kind of feel a little isolated, and he will feel that he is unable to take care and do what he needs to, pay for himself and whatever, and that's going to drive him to come out in the open and try something else. And here he's got the Emperor. So the fact that he feels, even though the law keeps him on a tight leash, he feels that he is unable to provide for himself, and he's going to go back and say, well, I need my freedom because I can't take care of myself, you know. I need my freedom so I can go about and, you know, get a job and work and do whatever. And that's going to be something that he's going to argue with the law. So, unbelievable, unfreaking believable. This guy is a nut job, y'all. He had better not get out of prison. If the people don't get to him in time, he's going to get to a lot of kids. Then we have in the reverse, who's this? The Knight of Chalices in the reverse. Okay, so the Knight of Chalices in the reverse, the Knight of Cups, it does talk about, you know, Prince Charming and proposing to people and being that nice charming self, and you know, trying to lure people with your passion and your charm and your style. Well, guess what? He doesn't have that. Now he's not going to worry about having that charm and all that to be able to lure these people. He may have used his charm in the past to lure these kids, but not anymore. He's going to go balls to the walls. I mean, pardon my language, but forget charm, forget that, because he has to make up for those 20 years. Then we have this guy who, the Wheel of Fortune was in the reverse. So when the Wheel of Fortune talks about Jupiter, power, movement, fortune, right? It's in the reverse. So it's not going to change anything for him. The wheel talks about turning, so it reveals something that's hidden. There's nothing else to be revealed about this guy. So he really doesn't care about it. He's like, oh my goodness. How in God's name do people like this end up getting out of prison? So then we have the Lovers card, which is Gemini, duality. Absolutely. Didn't we get Mercury somewhere else over here? Yeah, Virgo, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And then we have Gemini, which is the Lovers card, which is Gemini, which is Mercury, duality, right? It does talk about partnerships, duality, and that very earthy kind of sensuality and love for. But then with the Death card over here, and then with Pluto and Uranus, and he had his 8th house active, right? Deviant sexual energies. This guy is not cured. He will not stop. He will not stop. The only way he's going to stop is if he is no more alive. Then we have the Magician, right? The Magician does talk about having the ability to create magic. This guy is going to go vanish, y'all. He's just going to vanish. He'll pop up somewhere. Vanish as in, he may vanish, lay low, and then he'll pop up somewhere else, and he's going to continue with his, yeah, and he is going to continue with his shenanigans. With this, right, the Two of Swords, it talks about time to compromise or make a decision. It's in the reverse. So no compromise, no making a decision. He's like, it's all good. It's like nothing new. It's like just carry on like nothing new. It's there's no compromise. There's no making decisions because it's all said and done already. So what's the big deal? Like seriously, what's the big deal? Oh my God, how in God's world is this man? Oh. Y'all, the public had better be very, very careful with this guy. I'm telling you, if he gets away, he is going to lay low. He's going to come back and he's going to continue with his shenanigans. Where did I keep the other cards? Oh, where I kept these. So I don't know what the police and the judge and all of them are doing, the justice system, because this guy, man, shoot. I don't know what I did with that. What did I do with that? Yeah, it's right here. Oh, there's more to come. Hang on, y'all. There is more to come with regards to this reading. I'm not done by any way, shape, or form. I am sensing that there is somebody who is quite on his side. Naked before the stars. He is like, okay, I'm okay with it. I'll bear it all. I don't care what you think of me. I'm okay. I'm comfortable. I'm okay with you knowing who I really am. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. And then we have hiding your true self. Well, this is quite contrary, because naked before the stars says is, in a way it's vulnerability, but then again in a way it shows that he doesn't give a flip. You can see him for what he is. He's not afraid to bear himself. And then hiding your true self is completely contradictory, because this almost feels like, yeah, you're hiding your true self because you're portraying a particular image which is different from your true image. Let's figure out why we are seeing polar opposites over here. Artificial heart. So I wouldn't be surprised if this guy does have like a disorder. I'm not making excuses for the fact that he's gone on to kill so many people. I'm not making excuses. Psychologically, there's something totally wrong with him. I will tell you that he has somehow managed to lay his claws into somebody else's emotions. There is somebody here who really does care for this guy. And the image he's portraying to them is of an artificial heart. The image he's portraying to that individual, and I want to say it's a guy, is an artificial heart, because he's trying to portray himself to be somebody else to this other guy. This other guy is going to help him. So he's hiding his true self of, I don't give a flip if you know that I'm, like the public knows me as who you are. But I'm going to portray a slightly different angle to that to you, and portray that I have a heart, I have feelings, I really do care about you. And I think it's a guy, but I wouldn't be surprised if that guy too has same tendencies as he does. Y'all, I am flipping out actually right now. I'm going to stop this for a second. Okay. No, doesn't want to come out. Okay, one more time. Okay, we get back to this. This is about crazy, y'all. This is crazy. I said I was going to pull up one more card for that. Hang on. Yeah, he's almost like going into partnership with somebody else, y'all. I wouldn't be surprised. Peaceful among thorns. With this other individual, he is going to find some peace, some solace. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to pick up with this guy. I wouldn't be surprised if that guy is almost somebody who is of the same mindset as him. And they might go on to, they find each other comforting to each other, and I wouldn't be surprised if they go on. I don't know if they have a relationship or what. I'm going to say that other individual's name starts with an M. I'm going to say the other individual's name starts with an M. Five of Swords. Definitely abusive, definitely a violent relationship between the two of them, but there's almost like a codependency over there. That is so weird. Six of Wands, victory, recognition, and good news. So there is a little bit of a violent relationship between the two of them, and like I said, some codependency. So they are both of the same elk, if you will. You know what I mean? Seven of Cups. Y'all, these guys have realized that they have so many choices. There's so many ways they can go about continuing to do what they do. I hope to God this fellow doesn't get out of jail. I truly hope to God. The Queen of Wands. They are not going to be afraid to take action. They're very self-assured. The two of them together and even independent of each other. Very self-assured. Very confident. Like, yeah... And then we have the Two of Wands, waiting for results, making a choice, travel plans. This guy is going to go. He's going to, if he gets out of jail, he's really going to relocate and lay low for a little bit, pop up somewhere else, and then that's when he's going to continue on his crime spree. Then this card says, the King of Chalices in the reverse, absolutely no emotions. Absolutely no emotions. No empathy, nothing. This guy is totally lacking emotions. It's scary as heck, but and then we have the Four of Coins, right? The Four of Coins does talk about greed. Greed to be able to continue to do this for a long time. Be cognizant of the time. Okay. They're going to find something in his cell. If they were to ever let him out, they're going to find that there's something in his cell regarding more deaths. Either they're going to miraculously find that he has killed somebody while he was in jail and hid their body or something. Some weird shit like, pardon me, from some weird stuff like that. Or they're going to find evidence of information which is evidence to prove that he has something going on with this other person, and like there's something else there that they're going to find. Oh, this guy. Let me really quickly look up something, y'all. Hang on one second, okay? Because let us not look at that. So on April 22nd, 1999 is when he was held on suspicion of rape of a 12-year-old John Ivan Sabogal, and then subsequently on October 28, 1999, he confessed. So, so he's the oldest of 7 siblings. He had 3 brothers and 3 sisters. His father, Manuel Antonio, was described as being a womanizer, a drunkard, and extremely physical and emotionally abusive to Garavito throughout his childhood. He further went on to describe his mother as a violent woman and someone who showed him little affection and care as a child. On account of the ongoing armed conflict in Colombia at the time, the family was forced to relocate to Ceylon, Valle de Cauca, before Garavito entered primary school. Due to the instability of his parents' marriage, Garavito's home life was plagued by years of incessant fighting, domestic violence, and extreme neglect. When Garavito was 6 or 7, he recalled being strapped to a tree and beaten by Manuel with a tree branch as he attempted to defend his mother, who Manuel was known to beat even in pregnancy. So there's a lot of violence there, I get it. So growing up, Garavito was referred to as an imbecile, bastard, and son of by his father. He says his father never had a good word for him. So, okay, we get that. So when he was 11 years old, his father stopped him from finishing 5th grade in favor of making money to sustain the family. And he was also forbidden to have friends or a girlfriend by his father. He would then be subject to brutal sexual abuse by a local drugstore owner and neighbor on his father's visits to see the neighbor, lasting from age 12 to 14. The man was a friend of Manuel's and had burned Garavito with a candle, bitten him violently, and cut him with a razor blade during the molestations. Oh my God. The physical trauma proved so severe that Garavito would not be able to properly, I can't say this word, and would sustain an erectile dysfunction problem that would follow him into adulthood. Fearing that his father would not believe him and perceiving no one would care anyway, Garavito chose to keep his sexual abuse experiences to himself. Oh my God. When Garavito was first abused, his psychological trauma led him to kill and dissect 2 birds. Oh, which prompted him to feel remorse and shame shortly thereafter. Oh God, okay, this is a whole nother stuff. Okay, we are not going to get into this. This is just too much. Okay, so there was a lot of abuse that he endured as a child too. So, between 1980 and 1992, Garavito was estimated to have raped and tortured a minimum of 200 in 12 years, 200 youths. While operating a Ouija board, Garavito alleged that he entered a state of psychosis in which, this is, you know, I should have done a live on this because I'm sure you folks would have like n number of, this is like a whole, listen y'all, I'm just going to say, I'm not making excuses for this doofus. He's plain on evil. He's like slam dunk evil. But I will also have to acknowledge the fact that if all that is true, when he was a child, he himself has endured extreme mental, physical and emotional trauma and abuse. And he was physically abused, you know, sexually abused. So that could also impact to a great part. But my God, how did he get away for so many years? So over 200 people in 12 years. So let's do the math over there. So let's just say 200 people means let's just say 250, okay? Let's just go with that. So let's do a math. In 12 years, so 12 times 365 is 4,380, right? 4,380, right? 4,380. It blows my mind the frequency with which he did this. So he did molest, y'all do the math. He did on a regular basis, like I said earlier, this was more a case of, for him it was feeding that gap, and he never felt satiated. The fact that for 20 years he was in prison, now he wants to come out and he wants to fulfill and catch up on this 20 years and then move on to do other. This guy is not going to stop here. No, he's not. No, I don't think so. I do not think so. Should I wear these glasses? Yeah, I should, because I cannot see these cards. Wait a second. Something just popped up here. Oh. So we have Ten of Swords. Absolutely hitting rock bottom. Okay. Total grief and, you know, hitting absolute rock bottom. Then you have the Five of Wands. Lots of rivalries, obstacles and challenges. And then we have King of Pentacles in the reverse. So the King of Pentacles does talk about practical, having the ability to financially take care of yourself. Here's the card, right? and that is in the reverse. So he obviously is also extremely afraid now, because he says, I'm going to get out, but how am I going to get by? And therefore that absolute feeling of grief and anxiety and depression, because he's like, how am I going to get by? How am I going to survive? So there is already a with the Five of Wands, there's going to be challenges, there's rivalry, there's obstacles. And so he's, because the public are going to put up a lot of obstacles, so he's already concerned about that. Y'all, this guy is, I'm over it. I'm so over it. I'm so over it. This guy's energy is just way, whoa, just like crazy energy. Just seriously crazy energy. I'm just going to do one thing over here, and then I'm going to stop with this, okay? Nothing. Yeah, it's funny because it's not giving me anything right now, so maybe the energy is depleted over there. So let's stop this. Maybe at some time I will do a live just for this, because this is an extremely interesting case, and I really feel so sorry for all the, you know, the families who have been tortured and who've been, you know, not knowing where your children were, your loved ones were, and his victims. I mean, good Lord. Like, I can't wrap my head around this one, y'all. I am so sorry. However, I want to say thank you for watching this video, and depending on the comments I get, if you guys really want me to do a live on this at some point, then we can delve further into it. I won't do it anytime like in the next week, maybe a couple of weeks later. Let me know, and we'll take it from there. So thank you again for watching this video. To my subscribers, as you guys know, thank you, guys and gals know, thank you so very much. You know, I appreciate you always. To those of you who are visiting for the first time, thank you so much for dropping by. Hope you stay, hope you subscribe and become a member of the Real Family. Please do give me the thumbs up, hit the bell icon, and I appreciate you, know that. Okay, thank you so much. See you in the next video. Bye for now. Let me make sure I turn this off together.